So now that you have created the conduit, which is the visualization for you and your higher self to commune. So your higher self is giving all of this formless information to the form self. This is your physical body that can actually take action and do the things that you are guided to do and that you are aligned to do to make that vision come to life. You have also created what you want your life to look like and feel like, your ultimate highest expression and your highest timeline. You now have a vision for both of those things, and you will be guided forward as to how to create that. So moving on to the next section is the 5 principles that I live by. So these principles I came up with because they were so important for me to remember each and every day that I'm created, but they also help me guide and teach my students. So when you go through these 5 principles, I highly recommend that you take out a piece of paper and a notebook and write down anything that you notice and reflect on each one, because the understanding of the principles is something that is never ending, and it unfolds and expands just like everything else in life. So let's move on to the action steps. Now, these action steps are going to help you begin to bring products and programs and services into the world. Now, my big vision as to how to help humanity, what to bring towards humanity, what to create, is often aligned with small products, small programs, small things that I can offer under this big umbrella. So one example of what we use this for is for our martial arts schools. So we ultimately want people to step into their higher selves. We want them to remember who they are. And we use martial arts as a way to do that in that specific business. And we use this exact same system to create our curriculum for our adult programs, kid programs, our leadership programs, our confidence programs, etc. So this will help you create all of the products and programs that are under your umbrella. Now, you may create one that you are teaching forever. Your mission, your path, your journey is very specific to you. Now, for me, I end up creating a product or a program, and it evolves. It has a life of its own, and it changes. And then sometimes I'll set the program aside and I'll create a totally new one. I use this exact same framework to do that. So I'm going to go over the list of who this has helped in the past and who I feel like it helps the most. But just remember that your big vision oftentimes has smaller elements to it. So this is who has really benefited from this particular framework and from these action steps. So authors and books, if you are writing a book, this can give you a really good outline, a first outline to your book. So that you can organize the content a little bit, unless you're going like in flow, which I highly always recommend, but it could help you look at a more structured formula as well. For course creators, if you're creating online courses or in-person courses or live courses, it doesn't matter. This will help you create that. Coaching programs, if you have a specific way of coaching people or a specific result or outcome that you are coaching people through, this will help you with that. Teachers of anything at all, if you are guiding others on a knowledge set that you know and you're guiding them through that, then this will work for you. If you want them to experience something specific, if you want to transfer a specific experience to individuals, this will help you put together that experience as well. Any steps that you took to accomplish something, this will help you remember what those steps were, put it into an organized fashion and use that. This really works for any how-to thing, from baking to tech to marketing to soft-skilled things such as healing or creating moon ceremonies or any kind of experience, really. Projects managed. This can help you manage your own projects. Now, we have the products and the services that we're offering to our customers, and we also have that product framework, or what we need to do on our end, or the project framework and what we need to do on our end. So creating one for you and one for your customers around a specific project can really help you maximize your tasks and your time and efficiency. So this can be used for them and for you just to stay on track as well. And again, lastly, a knowledge set that you want to teach others. Absolutely any experience that you've been through, anything that you've struggled with, you can put into a linear fashion and pull out the marketing content and then put that up on the internet or out into the world or out into the market to share and to begin to offer this to others. I do want to say that, and I say this in the course, so I'll reiterate it here, is that not everything can be put into a linear structure. Not everything is a linear structure. Like, that is a way that we understand some things, but healing is not linear. However, putting things together in an organized fashion can help you market it, talk about it, and really just offer it. So I'll finalize this video by telling you some of the other courses that I've created that I've used this method. So years ago, when I first started, I created a yoga course, a 30-day yoga course, and I used this exact method to create and market that course. After that, I created some trauma recovery programs for trauma and PTSD recovery for people to step back into their light. And I used this for 3 different programs that I created. I used these action steps for a higher mind course where I taught others how to connect to their higher mind and to consistently have that open communication with their higher mind. And I used this for a soul coaching course, which is very nonlinear. It's what I use to organize the content on my end and be remembered constantly in a snapshot vision as to what my goals are. And lastly, I use it for the A to Z method that you will see. I call it the A to Z method because it's very linear. But it will take you through all the steps, and you will see that I'm using that exact same system to create what you're watching. So have fun.